Welcome to Safe Again, a mind, body, soul reset for the tired addict, Module 2, the root and the relief. And let me be clear right from the start, I'm not here to save you. I'm not going to get dragged into your Cartman triangle. I'm not the rescuer, I'm not the persecutor, and I'm definitely not playing victim in your story. This is your life, your patterns, your consequences, but you showed up. So, well done. That matters. If you've given up your addiction, even just for today, you did that. Not because of me, not because of this course, because you made a choice and that's on you. If you're still using, that's also on you. You are the only one who can turn this around. The truth might sting, but it's yours to hold. My name's Julie, and I'll be guiding you through today's session. If you have any questions, hold on to them and I'll answer everything at the end. This is a soft, judgment-free space, but it's not fantasy land. We deal in reality here. Camera on or off, sit, lie down, pace, grab a drink of water, whatever works. Just don't lie to yourself. As someone wise once said, the past doesn't define your future unless you let it. Addiction might have shaped your habits, your coping, your relationships, but it doesn't get to write the next chapter unless you hand it the pen. Today we're starting to untangle those addiction loops. We begin to reset your nervous system. We start taking your power back, not borrowing it from anyone else. Let's get to it. Module 2, the root and the relief. She was one of those girls, the kind that people say has everything. Her parents were billionaires. Her brother was a private school rugby star. They weren't talented, they weren't kind, but money made sure they were always celebrated. For her, dance lessons in New York, acting school in London, private coaches, personal stylists, daddy's credit card. She wasn't pretty enough to be a star. Not Hollywood pretty, but that didn't stop her. She told herself it was politics. It's because I'm too white, she muttered. Or the Jews run everything and don't let me in. She said it with a straight face, like it made sense. What she was good at was getting high. It started as rebellion, vaping weed in school bathrooms, sleeping with strangers because it made her feel free. And when weed got boring, she bought pills online mixing Xanax with champagne, shoving edibles into a makeup bag like they were lip gloss. Then came the needles. The first time she shut up, she blacked out in the marble bathtub and told her mother it was food poisoning. No one questioned it. Her family never questioned anything. They just sent the cleaner in to bleach the floor. And when her veins started to collapse, she got creative. She started asking the family's vet for sedatives for the dog. She flirted with horse wranglers who flew first class with Olympic jumpers. They had ketamine, tranquilizers, injectables for stallions. She didn't ride horses, but she had the outfits. At parties, she would vape crushed oxy, mix fentanyl into cocktails, washed it down with raw vodka and blamed it on nerves. She even laced her joints with dog medication. She said it made her feel real. She stopped getting her periods. Her teeth yellowed. Her toes started to die, literally rot. She told people it was a skiing accident. She had been caught in an avalanche. She hadn't skied in 5 years. And then she started sleeping with younger men who looked like teenage boys. They were easier to impress, easier to manipulate. Boys who didn't know she was dangerous, who thought her money made her magical. She had no idea how disgusting she had become. It was never her fault. It's the agent, she said. They're threatened by me. It's society, she said. They don't get girls like me. It's my trauma, my star sign. Mercury's in retrograde. She hijacked people's lives, old friends, former flings, anyone with a LinkedIn job title. She'll stalk them online, use fake names and try and open credit in their names just to cover her supply. When caught, she would cry and say, "You don't understand, I need this." And when Trump was elected, she started saying the word ICE out loud with a smirk. ICE is here, she whispered at parties. It was like an inside joke. Even when kids were being taken away from their parents, she'd laugh. She didn't care. She loved ICE. how it made her feel nothing, how it shut her down and lit her up all at once. She thought she was invincible, too rich to get arrested, too well connected to die, until she woke up one morning in a stranger's bed, blood crusted in her hair, half her lip bitten off, and her feet black, rotting, smelling like spoilt meat. She reached for the vape. She still blamed the world. She wasn't addicted. She was misunderstood. Why am I even talking to you about this? Because I know you're done pretending. You've already faced the hard truths, maybe even gone a few rounds with withdrawal, broken trust, or lied to people you love. Maybe you've relapsed more times than you can count. Maybe you're just tired of living the double. Even if you've survived all that, there's still this heaviness, like you're dragging the weight of the past behind you. That's what addiction does. It chains itself to low self-worth and whispers, "This is all you'll ever be." Well, that's a lie. Your reactions aren't flaws. The way you numbed, escaped, or binged or disappeared, it wasn't moral failure. It was survival. Your brain, your body, your nervous system, they were doing what they could with what they had. But guess what? You're not in survival mode anymore. It's time to break the pattern. We're rewiring your habits. We're not pretending everything's fine. We're looking at your addiction in the face and saying, you don't get to run the show anymore. You deserve relief, and not the kind that comes from a hit, a high, or a drink. Real relief, deep in your bones, nervous system calming, peaceful kind of relief. I'm not here to baby you. I am here to remind you, you're not broken, you're not beyond hope, you're just ready for something bigger. And this module, it's here to help you stop circling the drain and finally step into the version of yourself that knows they're worth saving, even if the only person who can do the saving is you. So what are we really talking about here? Let's be real. You didn't sign up for this to be babied. You know what pretending well-being looks like. Posting detox smoothies while chugging vodka in the shower, meditating for 10 minutes, then screaming at your mum, saying you're cutting down while hiding bottles in your gym bag. That's not well-being, that's performance, addiction theatre, and deep down you know it. So here's the uncomfortable question. What would actual well-being look like for you? Would it be waking up not full of shame and shaking hands? Would it be not lying to the people who love you? Would it be finally going one day without crawling back into your escape hatch? Because here's the truth. Addiction makes you forget what it feels like to trust yourself. It makes every little failure feel permanent, every win feel fake. But the real you, the one buried under all that numbing and spiraling and damage control, you're still there. You don't need another lecture from a wellness influencer. You need to stop lying to yourself about what real recovery means. Recovery isn't drinking less. It's not switching from cocaine to marijuana. It's not trading one crutch for another, but getting honest, brutally honest, with what's dragging you down and with who's still hiding behind the mask of I'm fine. So take a deep breath and imagine, if you even remember how, what it would really feel like not to need anything to feel okay. What would it mean to walk into a room and not be a fraud? What's your version of well-being? And no one's going to hand it to you. Not me, not your therapist, not your partner, not God, only you, when you're ready to face it. About me, I'm Julie, a certified clinical hypnotherapist, a master practitioner of neuro-linguistic programming, and a life coach. I work with the mind and subconscious mind to help you unlock your true potential. Let's talk about how your subconscious mind is basically running the show without you even realizing it. Right now, without you having to think about it, your body's doing its thing. Blinking, breathing, all that. You're not actively controlling it, it's just happening. Kinda cool, right? But here's where it gets interesting. If we all started to think about something super specific, let's say a viral hoodie, your go-to brand of sneakers, the hottest phone, you'll probably find yourself obsessed with it. We all love those shopping sprees, right? Now imagine if we thought about all those things non-stop for an entire year, just those things. What would happen? You'd probably end up with an entire closet full of hoodies and sneakers, like you're trying to start your own fashion line. Sounds a bit wild, right? Here's the twist. Your brain is wired to react to whatever's in your environment. So if you keep thinking about those hoodies or those sneakers, your mind starts to latch on to the emotional vibes tied to those thoughts. Your midbrain kicks in, and before you know it, you're flooded with emotions that come with the idea of owning all that stuff, like the excitement or maybe even the anxiety over how many do you really need. Your pituitary gland and hypothalamus are in on it, pumping out chemicals to match those feelings. Those chemicals get sent to your bloodstream and start attaching to parts of your brain that are activated by those thoughts, and boom, you're caught in this loop, just repeating those emotions over and over. It's crazy, right? Your body and mind are already in sync, even when you're not consciously thinking about it. Now, when you feed your mind positive thoughts, your body reacts in a way that makes you feel good, aligned, like things are just flowing. But here's the kicker. The same thing happens when you're dealing with addiction. Your brain gets stuck in these emotional loops, especially if you're replaying negative thoughts over and over, like feeling like you're not good enough or like you don't measure up. It's like you're stuck on autopilot and it just keeps playing the same track. But the good news is you have the power to break the loop, just like you can choose to shift your thoughts to positive vibes. Maybe not about hoodies or sneakers, but you can choose to shift your mindset when it comes to self-love and confidence. And that's how you can start reprogramming those patterns and create new emotional pathways that lead to healing. The pattern of addiction. The disgusting truth about your addiction pattern. You think you're making choices. You're not. You're just running a tired, pathetic loop. Addiction isn't some wild mystery. It's grimy, a predictable formula that plays out in your nervous system like a broken record. You keep pressing play. Let's break down your pattern. 1. Positive association to substance. It makes me feel good. I associate it with fun. Right, like a rat pressing a lever for cocaine. You're not chasing joy, you're chasing escapism. You've wired your brain to believe poison is pleasure. You've made it your reward, your treat, your I deserve this. Newsflash, you've been rewarding yourself with a slow death. You don't even know what real pleasure feels like anymore. External locus of control. It's out of my hands. No, it isn't. You just want someone else to do it for you. You want a savior, a fixer, someone to drag your limp, drunk carcass out of a fire while you moan about how hard life is. You're not powerless, you're lazy and addicted. There's a difference. Denial, justification, excuses. I only use when I'm stressed, bored, celebrating, surviving. You'll say anything to protect your addiction. Anything to keep it close like a filthy pet. You know exactly what you're doing, even when you pretend you don't. The longer you tell the story, the deeper you sink into it. Emotional frame. My feelings are too much. So you outsourced your coping to a substance. You let a bottle, pill, babysit your pain. Your emotions aren't the problem. Your cowardice around feeling them is. You can't grow if you numb every signal your body sends. You're not coping, you're sedating. Present orientation. I'm just trying to survive the day. You know what else is present focused? Flies, worms. They don't think about tomorrow. Animals don't think about tomorrow. You shrunk yourself to that level, like an animal. Every time you trade your future for 5 minutes of comfort. You're mortgaging everything. Avoidant coping style. I don't want to think about it. And yet, here you are, trapped in the consequence of every decision you refuse to face. You didn't want to feel pain, now you live in it. You didn't want to deal with your problems, so now they own you. Avoidance is why your life shrinks smaller every day. Intolerance for ambiguity. I can't handle not knowing. So instead you cling to the one thing you know, how to escape, how to blot it out. Using gives you the illusion of control, but all it's really done is make you predictable, weak, easy to read, easy to break. Anxiety. It's the only thing that calms me. It doesn't calm you, it dulls you temporarily. Then your anxiety snaps back even harder because your body now thinks it can't survive without the substance. That isn't calming, that's chemical dependence. Why noticing this pattern matters, and no, this isn't for me. I'm not pointing this out so you'll feel sorry for yourself. I'm not your rescuer. I'm not here to hand you a soft blanket and whisper affirmations. This pattern, the one you're trapped in, won't change until you start seeing it, feeling it, smelling how foul it's become. If you're disgusted, good, because that disgust might finally overpower your denial. You can't beat addiction if you're still trying to protect it. So start noticing, not for my sake, for yours. Because if you don't start interrupting this loop, it will play you until you die. How to find the strength. Before we wrap up, I'd love to invite you to a short guided hypnosis session. You don't need to close your eyes unless it feels right. Just allow yourself to tune out the outside world for a moment and gently turn inward. If you're not quite ready, it's not your thing, that's completely okay too. Just listening with an open heart can still be powerful. This track is called The Garden and the Future You Create. It's designed to softly remind your nervous system that it's okay to relax, you are safe now, healing is already happening, the future holds light. So if you're in, let's begin. Now that you're here, eyes closed or soft, breathing slowly, drop into that inner world, feel the pull of your own strength returning, and picture yourself walking through that same garden. But something's wrong. You feel it before you even see it. The leaves are wilted, the soil's been robbed of its nutrients, the colour's draining, and when you look closer, you see what it's doing. That substance, that habit, you thought it made things better, but it was never on your side. It took from you your peace, your clarity, your life, and now you've begun to pull away. You rip yourself out of the lie. You are removing yourself from it. Not just the substance, but the whole sick pattern. And here's what I need you to know deep in your bones. This is going to take every ounce of strength you have, every second, every heartbeat, until that second becomes bearable, then easy, then a minute, then an hour, then a day, then a year, then a life. But listen closely now. Because here's the truth most people never understand. When you focus on the now, the craving, the fear, the desperation, that's when addiction wins. That's when the garden dies. But when you turn your eyes forward, when you lift your focus into the future, that's where the real power begins. You can project it like light onto a wall. You can speak it into existence. You can draw it. You can tattoo it. You can write it, sing it, sculpt it. The more detail you put into your future, the more real it becomes, and the more you live inside it, the easier it becomes to never use again. And no one else can do this for you. Only you can project your subconscious into the future. Only you can lead your mind there. And that future be 10 years from now or 300,000 years from now, but it's yours. Addiction keeps you in the now, in the panic, in the ache, in the blur. But the future, the one where you wake up clear-headed, where your garden is lush and thriving, where you're alive in your own body again, that future is what will save you. So every time the urge rises, every time the now tries to drag you under, step into the future, stand in it, speak from it, live in it, and let it pull you forward. The garden returns, life returns, because you never stopped building it. Wake up to the pattern, but don't stop there. Project into the future and live into it. It's the only thing strong enough to save you. Thank you for being fully present and opening yourself up today. You may already feel the hypnosis session has gently guided you into a space of deep inner healing. Having already experienced that shift, we now mark the completion of Module 2, the root and the relief. I'm excited to continue this journey with you. Over the next few days, we'll explore a series of 5 transformative modules designed to deepen your healing and empower your inner self. Module 1, wake up to the pattern. Module 2, the root and relief. Module 3, rewire the habit loop. Module 4, feel without numbing. Module 5, rebuild your life from the inside out. Each module builds on the progress we've made today. While you still may carry the subtle echoes of this hypnotic healing state, know that these sessions will guide you further into healing, helping you understand, release, and ultimately transform the challenges you face. Now listen, I'm not here to save you. I don't even know if you're going to show up for Module 3. Only you can help yourself. Only you can create your future. I'm not going to dress you in the morning, decide what car you should drive, what you should wear, or what job you should have. You're not a big baby, are you? This work takes guts. It takes showing up over and over, even when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it. So ask yourself, are you going to keep sitting in the mess and hoping someone drags you out of it? Or are you going to do what only you can do? The choice is yours. It always has been. You've made it this far, but the real question is, are you going to show up for Module 3? Are you going to show up for Module 4 and 5? Don't waste my time and yours if you're not ready to face what's coming next. You've taken the first step, but every step after this is on you. No one else can do it for you. Not me, not anyone. You have to take charge now. So let's get real. What's next? What happens in 3 weeks? Where are you going to live? What are you going to eat? Who do you need to talk to make sure that your future doesn't look exactly like today? Do you even know? If you keep focusing on the past, you're never going to get anywhere. The future is what matters, and right now the future's being built every minute, every second by the choices you make. You've got decisions to make. What kind of life are you going to create for yourself? Where do you want to be in the next year? In the next 5? How are you going to get there? If you're not thinking about your future every second of the day, you're already falling behind. How are you going to even step up? You can either keep on going with your old habits, or you can make this the moment you change it all. I'm not here to hold your hand. I'm not here to decide what car you should drive, what job you should have. I'm not here to tell you how to eat, where to live, who you should be talking to. That's on you. What are you going to do next? You've got the tools, but it's your job to use them. Focus on the future. Who do you need to talk to? What steps do you need to take today? Because if you don't start answering those questions now, you'll find yourself stuck, wondering where you went wrong. And let me tell you, if you don't start working on the future, your future's going to show up and knock you right down. Only you can create your future. So what's it going to be? Keep making excuses or start taking control?